Hey guys, what's up? I am Lestat and welcome to a new review. Wow, it feels kinda weird to do this after so long. But here we are, with a newish format that is fitting for the occasion. Because we're gonna talk about the latest release by one of the most important doom metal bands in the world, such as My Dying Bride. The English Fathers of Doom have recently premiered their 14th album on last April called A Mortal Binding. It marks their return to the scene after having released The Ghost of Orion back in 2020, which I made a review of if you want to take a look at it. This will be a shorter video than the others, so let's get right into business. Alright, so in order to skip the segments for the band, which again I already made this video, mostly because it's a bit long, we're just gonna jump into the actual review of this new album that My Dying Bride gave us after 4 years. Let us begin with the album's artwork, which has a close connotation with the topic of its first single, which was Thorn with Him, named by the way after a village in the home county in Yorkshire, according to the singer's words, that speaks about the folklore of the waters of its coast. The art itself is 100% My Dying Bride, always in that dark style full of symbolism, more simplistic in appearance than in the previous albums, but sometimes less is more, because it helps you to prepare yourself to dive into the depths of the album's atmosphere, just like diving into these mysterious waters portrayed here. Now, regarding the songs, the album has 7 titles. It may seem like too little, but those who know the band's history know that My Dying Bride had always this tendency of releasing like 7-8 songs per album, especially because their songs tend to be long, that is around the 7-minute mark or even longer than that. The album begins with Her Dominion, a cadentious distributed melody, mixing heavy riffages, powerful raw vocals, and some fine violin passages. It has like 3 big blocks that repeat themselves over the whole song, making it feel like the gateway title to what comes next. Thorn with Him, as we said, being the album's first single, starts with fast-paced drum kicks in contrast with the slow guitar lines, and then a sudden down-tempo enters hitting hard with the main riff, mixing its heaviness with clean vocals on the violin appearing again. Towards the middle of the song, it shows a change of key to portray a less somber endings, until the classic harmonizing comes, marking the ending in an epic, cadentious fashion, adding choir-like vocals. The second of 3 bells has a rather unusual intro, being in a rarely used key by them like A minor, until once again the whole heavy ending starts in a similar way in the previous song, also alternating keys between A and the classic C sharp, minor of course. Then comes one of the coolest parts when the melody gets cut by a face-melting mute riff, demolishing drums, and potent growls, to finally return to the original melodic harmonized endings. Throne Creed portrays a faster rhythm with darker and dissonant guitar melodies, a classic signature of the band's style, until the tempo drops down again by mixing the melodic and melancholic feeling with heavier and darker riffs, which becomes the predominant rhythm before speeding things up towards the ending. It's really one of the most resembling songs on the album to the usual sound. Then we have the longest title with The Apocalyptist, an 11-minute song that begins with clean guitars and the signature writings before BAM! The heaven is striking you in the face right away. And after a minute or so of this, things are slowed down again. You see the pattern, right? With a softer melody that is the gateway to a really heavy and short riff, to then return to a more balanced ambient with rhythm melodic riffing with violins and rolls. This will basically be the entire feeling of the song, like a roller coaster of melody and heaviness. With the starting heart, we have one of my personal favorites. Clean guitars once again in the intro before the heaviness parts in slow tempo with what I define as the doomy riff, a resource that I personally use a lot in my courses on music. Long and sustained, mixing harmonies, and then the growls kicking in after almost half of the song in clean singing. There is this My Dying Bride interval with some of the elements that we described in previous songs, until returning to the main riffing atmosphere. And finally, Crushed Embers gives us one of the most linear songs in the whole album. Linear because, unlike the others, it doesn't have that many sudden changes between riffs and melodies. It feels more connected, also in the classic band's style. It's slow, carefully balancing the melody and rhythm with the right dose of darkness and melancholy, only adding some growls towards the ending after having clean vocals almost through the entirety of his title. Anyway, what else to say about A Mortal Binding? There's no doubt that My Dying Bride remain the fathers of doom metal to this day for a reason, and it's that only they are able to stay true to themselves after 34 years of building their own style. This album is the proof of it. When you have something good that can convey so much as their music does, even after some experimentations along the way, you will always find a way to return to what made you big in the first place. And so is the case of My Dying Bride with a new title. A Mortal Binding feels like a fresh breath of their signature doom style, in times where most bands are tending to return to the golden era and bringing their respective genres to their former glory. So, that was it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review that I felt like making for this great album, both as a way to paying some tribute to it, and also because they are a band whose work serves as a big inspiration for my Crimson Soul music. When you listen to my comic album reading, you will notice a lot of them on it. Of the rest, if you liked the video, just let me know with your like and subscribing to the channel. Links are in the description. I really thank you guys a lot for your huge support. See you.